Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Owen figure with blue. I don't know the exact name for this, so I'm just going to call this Owen with blue, so yeah. And now we are going to take a look at the Fallen Kingdom side of things. The figures I reviewed before, I'm taking a look at this. I kind of wanted to, it's going to be hard to explain. I wanted to review the figures that appeared in Jurassic World, and then I wanted to move on to the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom side of things, because before I reviewed the T-Rex and the Mosasaurus and whatnot, because they appeared in Jurassic World, and most of these figures here, or these human figures, are based off of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, so yeah, that's why I didn't really take a look at most of these here. So yeah, because Owen here, even though he was in Jurassic World, this version of Owen is based off of, a scene from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I still think is kind of mediocre. At first I really liked it, then I wasn't a big fan. Now I just think the movie's mediocre. It's not as bad as Jurassic Park 3, but I still don't like it enough to own it on Blu-ray, so yeah. Anyway, with all that out of the way, yeah, so after I take a look at the Fallen Kingdom side of things, I'm going to review the Jurassic World LEGO sets, at least for 2018. Then I'm going to take a look at the Dino Rivals line, and then after that, I should be done. Or at least until, more figures come out. And really quick, I just want to say, Comic-Con, at least of me recording this, just happened. And very disappointing, not gonna lie. We're getting a lot of cool species, but yeah, no, we're not getting any humans or vehicles or anything like that. We're just getting, new species, which is fine, but a lot of them, to me, don't really look that great. I might get a few, but for the most part, I think I might just skip out on that, so yeah. But anyway, with all that out of the way, let's get into this. So before I take a look at Owen himself, we'll take a look at his accessories. And first of all, we have Baby Blue right here. And this figure, there's nothing too crazy about it. It's just Baby Blue from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, so yeah. Not going to go into too much detail here, but the painting here looks alright. Her feet are painted a dark gray color, which looks nice, and it does kind of fade into a brighter shade of gray throughout the rest of the body. And of course we have that blue streak going from the back of her neck all the way to her tail, as well as the other side. Taking a look at the eyes, if my camera can focus, the eyes are painted yellow with black pupils. Actually, let me just flip that over a little. Yeah, yellow with black pupils. And the thing that you might notice, on this side, the eyes are where they're supposed to be. But on this side, the eyes are below where they're supposed to be, because you can see a little bit of the eye above where the eye is in terms of, like, the sculpting. So, yeah. That's not really, great design, but yeah. That's pretty much it for the paint. Nothing crazy. It's not great, but it's not awful. It's just okay. So I'd say the painting on this figure gets a pass and a half. And yeah, just a pass and a half. Nothing crazy, so yeah. Now I'll take a look at the articulation, and there's no articulation on this figure, but this figure is made of like a rubbery sort of plastic, so if you wanted to kind of bend the figure around, you could. So I guess you kind of fake articulation, but in terms of like actual joints, there's pretty much nothing, but this is a very small figure, so I can't understand why, so yeah. Unfortunately, no articulation, so no pass. Now I'll take a look at the sculpting here, and the sculpting here actually looks really good. This figure looks a lot like how she did in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, at least in the scenes where we do see her as a baby, so yeah, looks very nice. Nothing too crazy, it's just Baby Blue from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It looks nice, but again, nothing crazy, so the sculpting here gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing, for such a small figure, that's actually a pretty decent amount. Nothing crazy like I said before, but still enough to where it does look nice. So throughout the body here, if my camera can focus, we have plenty of creasing throughout, which looks nice. And the legs here have a fair bit of musculature, which again looks very nice and very well defined, as well as the arms here. If my camera can focus. There's a bit of access plastic right here on her arm. I don't know if you can see that, it's just behind my nail, but yeah. I could have done without that, but I could probably just easily remove that. So, yeah. It would have been nice if that wasn't there, but again, whatever. Quality control issues, Mattel, but yeah. That's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. Decent, but not great, so it gets a pass. So, Blue here isn't the best, but she's still alright. So, I'd say Blue is alright. But she's only an accessory, it's not... I just dropped something. Sorry about that, guys, but yeah. Nothing too crazy with Blue, so yeah. Anyway, we do get a little bag right here that is seen in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. That's just a kind of like a brown solid piece, so not a lot of painting here. No articulation either, but the sculpting and detailing looks very nice. The pockets and the zipper on top right there, if my camera can focus, looks very nicely defined. And even the straps here are actually nicely sculpted. And if you want to know how to get this onto Owen, all you have to do is extend his arm, kind of tilt his head as much as you can, and just kind of like stretch it, and then you can just get it on there, so now he can hold his bag. So yeah, and to get that off you just do the same thing. So yeah. And last, for his accessories, he comes with a knife, which is a very small piece, but there's actually a lot of detailing here. Not a lot of paint, this is just a solid brown piece, and again, no articulation, but it is rubbery. But the sculpting and detailing here is actually very nice. I'll try to zoom in on that. Everything there looks very well defined and like very well sculpted. So yeah, and as you can see, there's a little peg right here, and what that's for is there's a little hole on Owen's belt right there. So what you do is you take the knife and you just stick it in there. I have big hands, so it's going to be a little hard for me. And there you go. You do have some weapon storage, which is honestly very nice. And just like anyone else on this planet, Owen can hold the knife, like so, and that doesn't look too bad, so yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the accessories. Now for Owen himself. And Owen was a character I was never really too crazy about in Jurassic World, or Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom for that matter. I didn't hate his character, but I definitely wasn't a big fan. I know a lot of people really like Chris Pratt as Owen, but I honestly could have done without him, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's take a look at this. So, starting off with the paint. The painting on this figure is actually very nice. His vest here is painted a brown color, and he has a beige shirt underneath. His hair here is painted brown, as well as his beard, and his eyes and face is painted very nicely as well. His jeans are of course painted blue, like how jeans should be, and his boots are painted brown. His skin tone is more of like, kind of like a tannish color, and he does have a brown watch right here. So, yeah. Painting on this figure, not awful. There are some minor paint blemishes, like right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but some of the painting on the shirt kind of bleeds onto the skin. But other than that, painting on this figure is not bad. So the painting here gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation, again, very nice. So the head is on a ball joint. The arms can move upward like so, and they can move 360 as well. There is a bend at the elbow, and it can swivel as well. There is a swivel at the waist here. He can spread about that much, which is honestly, it's cool that he can spread that much, but there's kind of a gap right there, which looks, I get that it's for like, you know, the crotch piece, but it's still like when you do spread, that does look a little off. But he can't really kick back that much, but he can kick very far forward. There is a bend at the knee and a swivel here. And that's pretty much it for the articulation on this figure. Honestly, it's not something we haven't seen before. If you've seen my reviews for the Jurassic World Legacy Collection and all the human figures I reviewed, then it's pretty much the same there, but yeah, the articulation is still nice, so the articulation on this figure gets a pass. Now take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting, again, looks very nice. I think the face sculpt here looks pretty accurate to Chris Pratt from Jurassic World. Not one-to-one, but it's still looks pretty close. But yeah, no, the rest of the sculpting here is very nice. Nothing too noteworthy, it's just, you know, Owen from Jurassic World. So there's not a lot to talk about here, but yeah, no, the sculpting here is very nice. So the sculpting gets a pass. Now I'll take a look at the detailing. And the detailing on this figure, again, is very nice. So the detailing on his hair looks very nice if my camera can focus. There we go. The detailing there looks very nice. Everything is very nicely defined. As well as his head, the detailing on his head looks very nice as well. And going to his shirt and vest, they both are very nicely detailed, very well defined. The vest could have been a little better, but still looks good. His jeans are detailed very nicely as well. All of the wrinkles and creases look very nice. We do have some minor seams going down the leg here, but again, it still looks very nice. And of course, the boots are detailed nicely as well. Unfortunately, there is kind of a seam right here at the neck, but again, I don't think you're going to be displaying your figures like that. Or you could be. Maybe for like dioramas, but yeah. And that's pretty much it for the detailing on this figure. And the detailing on this figure is very nice. So the detailing here gets a pass. So at the end of the day, should you get this? That's kind of hard because there are a lot of Owen figures out there made by Mattel. There's the Lockwood Battle Owen that you can still find at Target. There's like an Owen with like armor. There are a few different variants of Owen, but in my opinion, I feel like that this is the best one. Mainly because it comes with blue. I think the armor Owen looks kind of stupid, and the Lockwood Battle Owen, I thought about getting before, but it didn't really interest me because, well, I already have one Owen, so I don't think I need others, but yeah. So, if you were to get Owen, or, excuse me, if you were to get any Owen figure, I'd say this one is probably your best bet. If you want this, this figure is about $7.99, which isn't a lot. A lot of the human figures are kind of hard to come by. The only one you probably will find would be the Lockwood Battle Owen, which is honestly kind of a shame. And really quick, since we're on the subject, Comic-Con this year, as of me recording this, Comic-Con was last weekend, and not gonna lie, very disappointing. We got no new humans, no vehicles or anything like that, or playsets. We just got, you know, more species, which is cool. It's cool that we're getting a lot of new species, but I feel like the line could be a lot better with human figures. So, yeah. And these human figures, I know I said they weren't great in the past, but honestly, I still like them. To be honest, I do like the original Kenner humans more. I don't know, to me, there's just something better about this. I think, like, the quality, the plastic quality on this is very nice. It's much bigger and it's much more solid. Oh, and here, like, he's not bad, but, and, like, this goes for pretty much all of the human figures in the Jurassic World line by Mattel, but they're not bad, but they feel a little fragile sometimes. And other figures I have, I feel like I'm going to snap some of the joints, but, yeah. Plus, I know I just said this, but I prefer the 4-inch scale more than the 3-inch scale, but that's just me. I still think that Kenner is way better than Mattel, just as a side note, but I know that there are going to be people who will disagree with me on that, so yeah. But anyway, at the end of the day, this is probably the best Owen of figure. This is probably the best figure of Owen to get, so if you do find this figure at Walmart or Target or anything like that, first of all, good luck, because Mattel, they don't really like to sell their human figures, but if you can find this figure, then I'd say go for it. This is honestly a pretty nice figure. Don't go on eBay, because I'm sure there are going to be a lot of scalpers, so if you do find this in the store, then definitely pick it up in the store. But anyway, that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.